Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the legal fees, the market rates for lawsuits in Singapore. Now, there are three different courts in Singapore. One is called the Magistrate Court. Magistrate Court lawsuits are for claims below $60,000. The next level up is the District Court. District Court are for claims between $60,000 and $250,000. The next level up would be the High Court. High Court are for claims above $250,000. Now I'm going to talk about Magistrate Court first. The fees that you would expect to have to pay for a Magistrate Court lawsuit. Well, for Magistrate Court lawsuits, it is governed by Order 108 of the Rules of Court. As I mentioned before, it is for claims below $60,000. The typical cost that you would expect to pay, market rate, would be between $5,000 to $7,000. This would include pleadings, CMCs. You can watch the video I did on Magistrate Court lawsuits, CMCs, as well as mediation. So 5,000 to 7,000 for a Magistrate Court suit without a trial. If you go to trial, the market rates for trial would be $3,000 to $5,000 a day for a simplified trial. And one matter that you should consider is that for Magistrate Court lawsuits, there is a high chance, very high, like 95% that it will be settled. And if the Magistrate Court lawsuit is settled, then each party will bear his own legal costs. So if you settle for a low amount, then after factoring your legal costs, you may not get much. So that's one consideration. Next, I will talk about the District Court. District Court, as I mentioned before, are for claims between $60,000 and $250,000. Now, District Court cases are more expensive because of their complexity and because of the quantum also. So for a District Court lawsuit, you should expect about $10,000 to $20,000, which will be inclusive of one or two interlocutory applications. That means court applications. Some court applications can be quite expensive, like striking out Order 14. This would cost $10,000, $15,000. So a typical District Court lawsuit without a trial can cost between $20,000 to $30,000, and if there is a trial, it could be $5,000 to $10,000 for each day of a trial. Now, I will next talk about the High Court lawsuit. As I said, High Court lawsuits are for claims above $250,000. You would typically expect to spend between $50,000 to $100,000 for a High Court lawsuit without a trial. This would include discovery and mediation at the Singapore Mediation Centre. As mentioned before, there's a high chance of your case being settled at mediation. So you've got to take into account the huge legal fees involved in a high court lawsuit, typically $50,000 to $100,000. And for high court trials, it could range $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a day, depending on the seniority of the lawyer, his specialization, whether he's from a big firm, a small firm. Next thing I'm going to talk about is solicitor and client costs. This refers to the costs you have to pay your own lawyer. So for example, if you sue someone, you have to pay your lawyer his costs to sue that person. It's called solicitor and client costs. There's also this thing called party and party costs, which refer to the legal costs that a losing party in the court has to pay to the winning party. There's a misconception that if you win a lawsuit, the losing party will pay all your legal costs. That is just wrong. Okay, the judge will decide on the costs awarded. You may not get. If you are lucky, you can get half. If you're very lucky, you can get 2/3 of your legal costs back. there is this mechanism called taxation, which if one party is not happy with the costs that has been awarded, he can make an application for the costs to be taxed, to be checked whether it's reasonable or not, for the court, for a judge to examine the fees charged by the lawyer, whether it is reasonable. That's all I have to say about legal fees before commencing a lawsuit. Thanks for watching this video.